Hello everyone and welcome back to another NASCAR Racing 2003 live stream. How is everyone doing today? Thank you very much for joining in. As you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be doing part 3, attempting to recreate Elliott Sadler's iconic flip back in the closing laps of the 2003 EA Sports 500, which was already 15 years ago. Does not seem like that. Holy cow. But I digress, and I need to turn the volume down. There we go. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. And once again, if you guys could please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet already. I would really appreciate it. While you are doing that, for those of you interested, I am currently streaming over on Twitch as we speak. If you're interested in following me on there, I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. Last but not least, if you want to help support this channel, please go check out my Patreon page to find out how. Thank you so much to Ryan Fitzy, Tommy Joyce, and Jay Barker for your support on there. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. And I will get back to you, Jay. I should be doing your next requests sometime early this next week. So I will message you back in Patreon shortly. Alright. Let's jump right in to try to crash in some Elliott Sadler. So here we go. It's 2003, number 38 M&M's Ford. And got the name changed over already. That's good. Alrighty. So I believe we have the settings the same as last time. You're using the same car set. Delete. Oh, that's lovely. The game just crashed. Hopefully I don't have to redo my player profile. And yes, for those of you asking, I am going to be attempting to recreate Jamie McMurray's flip that he had yesterday a little bit later today. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. It just deleted the player profile, which means I have to recalibrate everything, which is the most annoying thing ever. I didn't even hit anything. It was just loading the game up. Or it was deleting the player. Or the save qualifying results from that last time. Because I was trying to do something. I was going to, for this video, try to, for the first time, trying to use the save game editor. And that's why I had the qualifying results saved, but so much for that. Alrighty. This was usually set to 40. Everything else I have usually 70. That's 0. 70. Track surface I usually have up a little bit. Alright. Well, that was annoying. Luckily, it's just a few series over to the Cup mod. I was very surprised when I got the news of Jamie McMurray's wreck. I was actually taking a nap when it happened. And then I kept getting notifications on my phone, kind of in and out of sleeping, about trying to recreate Jamie McMurray's Talladega flip. And I thought a couple people might have just been like giving me incorrect suggestions, because I've gotten that a few times where people have told me, hey, recreate that one time Jimmy Johnson flipped at Daytona, which has never happened, obviously. Alright, here we go. Now we gotta find Elliott Sadler again. I hate it when it does that. When it deletes the G, D. Player profile. Alright, 2003 M&M's. Here we go. The TRG. Elliott, Sadler. Yes, because that's the one we just had. Alright, let's go back into Talladega. Alright, sorry that we got sidetracked a little bit. I suppose I should get some shout-outs in now. Dynaco's All Mine fan, what's going on? Lisa Naders, Epic Ryan 10, Joking with Tenno, Natalie Decker, Encrypted Chaos, Jeff Gordon, Cheryl Schachtenberg, TNT Productions, Joking with Tenno, I already got you, New Lit Gamer, Keselowski 2, Dale Jr. fan 88, the Bubba Wallace fan 43, who else? Wheeler the Gamer, Nathan Rita, Can't Gaming. Alrighty, I scrolled up really far. The Cars Thomas Kid 12. Alright, did I find Talladega yet? For those of you wondering, I do still have the stupid swimmer's ear going on in my right ear, so I can't hear quite properly right now. Alright, hopefully the game doesn't crash this time. And it's funny, I just did a fresh restart on my computer too, so it shouldn't have been too bogged down from anything. Miss Craft, Alex Johanning, Udo Skidios, Zachary Brissett. Alright. So, I am going to run... Let me see something. Alright. I'm going to run a qualifying session. I'm actually going to qualify for this, and I will explain why in a second. Because for the save game editor, apparently you have to run through an actual qualifying session to get it to work, and I tried. It gave me an error message, so I'm actually going to try qualifying. As you can see, the temperature is in the negatives, and that is for when we want to flip, so we are going to be going way faster than we should be in the meantime. I don't have restrictor plates turned off, but with how fast I'm going, we are going to be going faster than I should be, like in the 210s, 220s. Yeah, this is just for the sake of getting airborne later on. Because the way I have the restrictor plate settings were right around 200, 205 miles an hour on the backstretch on the first lap after we get up to speed. With the pack all still together. Whoa. This is like Bill Elliott in 1987, whenever that was, when he set that 212 qualifying lap. Yeah, we're not going to be going quite this fast for the reenactment. We'll be just getting up to around 205 or so, where I need to spin. And with the temperature way down, the acceleration is obviously quicker. And it's way colder. Oh, I'm first. So unless I get Waltrip, Dale Jr., and Kurt Busch up near the front, I'm going to try out that save game editor if I can. Hopefully it doesn't cause the game to crash again. But yeah, I believe Waltrip was leading, Junior was right behind him. Elliott Sadler is somewhere in the middle of all them. And then when Junior kind of moved over to the left, I think Elliott Sadler moved over as a reaction from that. And then in doing so, he came across the nose of Kurt Busch, and that is what sent Elliott flying. Ricky Craven, Gordon. Alright, so we are going to save this. Results from qualifying have been saved. Alright, so we're going to exit out. Try not to click anything too quickly and crash the damn game. Alrighty, so now what I am going to do... Alright, here's the save game editor file. If you just Google NR2003 save game editor, I got the link from, I believe, Sim Racing Design. This is my first time ever trying this, except for right before. Alright, here we go. Alright, so yeah, apparently I have to go into the players file, save game, Talladega. There we go. Can I move myself? I believe I can. I'm gonna move myself down a little bit. Look at that. This is my first time ever doing this. I'm gonna move myself to... fourth. Gonna move wall trip up to first. What's up, Ryan Fitzy? I just have the thing in monitor mode so you guys can see everything I'm doing. That I have the chat off on purpose when I'm in monitor mode. But when I switch back to game mode, the face cam and the chat will come right back. Ricky Craven, gonna move down a little bit. Alright, I'm switching over back to the weight screen. Just so I can see where everyone was at. Alright, it was kind of a big cluster beyond Dale Jr. and Waltrip up front. Alright, so I'll put Mark Martin in like third, because I saw him up there. Alright, back to window mode. Where is Mark Martin? Move up. Put Dale Jr. in second. Robbie Gordon moved down. Ward Burton was up there. I believe Ricky Craven was up there. Alright, let's try this. Save. Alright, so if I go back into the game and load up the game, should it pop up? Should the qualifying order be as I just saved it? Hopefully. The Lee Petty over the wall flip I need to... Darn it, I didn't mean to switch to the next series. I need to find a version of Daytona 63 where the outside... There's an invisible wall along the outside wall. Even if you clear the wall, you bounce right back onto the track from the invisible wall. So I need to... I've tried tinkering with Sandbox, but I can't figure out how to get it to load or work on my computer. I was going to try to figure out how to delete the invisible walls myself, but I couldn't figure out how. If anyone is able to do that, if anyone is able or familiar with Sandbox for this game, the software that you can edit tracks with and can delete the outside invisible wall for Daytona 63, I would love to try the Lee Petty flip, but in the meantime... That is the roadblock, no pun intended, I'm facing. Resume save race. Alright, please don't crash the game. I'm not touching anything. Alright, so if we go into standings, back into... Look at that. Look at that. Awesome. That's the first time I've ever tried this. Shoot. I forgot about Kurt Busch. I need to spin off the nose of Kurt Busch. Alright, we're going to try that again. Alright, one more time. Run anyway. Open. Talladega. Kurt Busch, move up. I think 7th. I want to put him in 5th. We'll try putting him 5th. Alright, save. Because we need to spin off of Kurt Busch. Alright, loading the game window back up. Alright, I'm so glad I discovered this software. I knew it was out there, but I never tried it. I'm so glad I just learned how to use it. Live here on the chat, or on the stream, I learned how to use it. Single race. Yes, alright, not clicking anything. Please don't crash. There we go. Now we got Kurt Busch right behind us. We'll try to get down into the inside line, like behind Mark Martin. Or even in front of Mark Martin. Yeah, we'll actually just do this. Because I want to make sure I'm right behind... or right in front of... Kurt Busch. Alrighty, about 20 minutes in, we're finally ready for the first attempt. I need to get a little crank it up GIF that I can turn on and off in the corner. That'd be kind of cool. I know this is kind of a weird start to the race right here, but this is how I'm going to have to do it to make sure Kurt Busch doesn't pass me on the inside. Alrighty, so far so good. Alright, as long as Waltrip stays in the lead and Junior's right in front of me. Alright, come on, Kurt Busch. Alrighty. Nope. Holy crap. Bam. That last big slam down. Jimmy Ewing. Danicle's All Mine fan. Patrick Thompson. How are you doing? Tropical Cyclone. Shrimp Nuggets Jr. Plasmite HD. Bonzi Hunter. How's it going, guys? Need to take a look at that replay. Jeez. That was lots of barrel rolls, but we hit that inside wall. That was no good. I want to figure out... Do I need to, like, crank the wind up? Whoa, I think I see a car up on top of the wall. I do. Kevin Harvick is in the catch fence. And that caution light just went right through his car. That's what I'm talking about, NASCAR. Please get rid of the caution lights before something like this happens. Especially with the digital dashboards now. Kevin Harvick, that was like that, oh, who was that in like the early 90s? Richard Lasseter, I want to say. Where he slid down on his roof and then when he hit the banking, he dug in and tumbled a few times. That's kind of what that looked like. Alright. But next. Next! I want to figure out what I need to do. Do I just barely need to drift into Kurt Busch? Because it seems like every time I spin out, I end up hitting that inside wall. I want to figure out what settings I need to do that kind of keeps me right where I'm at the moment I go airborne. Doesn't really keep sending me to the inside wall. Jet Meme Sam, Cool Cokes Kid, Sheer, Big Rybone 24. What is up? I am going, unless I get some horrible medical emergency in the meantime, probably in about 4.5 hours. Depending on how long the Xfinity race goes, I'm going to try to do the Jamie McMurray flip shortly after the Xfinity race, so probably about 4 p.m. Central Time. So about 4.5 hours from now, but depending on how long the Xfinity race goes. Oh, look at Ricky Craven with that jump on the outside. Right in the same spot he tumbled into the catch fence in 96. He's nearly passing everyone on the outside for the lead. Almost. Darn it. Alright, we'll try next lap. Might actually work better. Might get us more bunched up. Except this car is really hard to control the current track settings. At least with a wheel. When you turn the grip up, the force feedback acts really weird. Alright, come on, Kurt Busch. Hurry up. Alright, here we go. Whoa. Back off. Darn it! I tried to back off and not get into Robbie Gordon or Jeff Burton or whoever that was, but darn it, not in time. What a heavy crash. Was that Jeff Burton or Robbie Gordon? I can never remember who was in the car at this time. Alright, Robbie Gordon. That was all my fault. I tried tucking back up so I could get in front of Kurt Busch. I went too much. And I tried getting off the gas, going back down, but I didn't slow down enough and turned Robbie Gordon hard into the outside wall. Alright, let's try again and try not to fail on the first lap this time. Bluger, how's it going? So yeah, my schedule today... Oh. Whoops. Sorry, Ward Burton. If everything goes to plan, it's gonna be... I'm gonna be doing this for about 2 hours. So about another hour and a half. Because I know the Xfinity race starts at 1. So I'm gonna do this stream for 2 hours, watch the Xfinity race, do a couple chores in the meantime, tweet my reactions during the race, so go follow me on Twitter if you want my live reactions to the Xfinity race later. I hopefully should be streaming the Jamie McMurray flip Can I Recreate shortly after the Xfinity race, and then sometime later tonight I'm going to try to do the 100% length Cup Series race at Talladega with the Monster Energy Cup Series mod. I know I missed Richmond last week, but I've done basically all but Richmond so far this year. I just have to slow down a little too much to get Kurt Busch to get down there. Darn you, Kurt Busch. How dare you not cooperate. That was almost like, kind of like Elliott's, not Elliott Sadler, Ryan Newman's 2009 flip in the same spot. I almost landed on top of Kurt Busch the same way Newman landed on top of Harvick. Jeez. Kenny Wallace, take that. For making a fool of yourself on Twitter. Enjoy a big flipping crash for a fictional version of yourself. That'll show you. Alright. Next! Yeah, I blew over the same way. I landed on top of Kurt Busch the same way. Newman landed on top of Harvick. I even hit the outside wall upside down the same way. That was kind of similar to Newman's 2009 wreck. Oh, I was too busy looking at the chat. Sorry, Mark. Marky Mark. For those of you wondering about the ticker up top, I suppose I should put a link, because I have the link to the sound pack to track everything else. But if you Google NR2003 UI enhancements, you should find link/instructions of how to get the little ticker up top. The instructions are a little hard. It's kind of hard to explain, but once you get it, it's really easy to figure out. But yeah, UI enhancements. If you're wondering about the ticker that you can change up top for the standings and the other F menus. Kurt Busch keeps getting a slow jump. I'll take this turn a little wide so he catches up without me needing to get on the brakes. Like that. There we go. Darn it. Alright, that wasn't good. Seems like no matter what, there's a few cars that keep crashing after me. That was a cool crash, just not what I needed for the reenactment. The pack looks pretty good. Michael Waltrip in the lead, Dale Jr. near the front. I'm getting turned by Elliott, or by Kurt Busch, excuse me. Whoa. Who was that almost took me out at the very end? Who was that slow car? Terry Labonte. And he makes it through that second wreck as well. That's an easy way to gain about 7 positions. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is one of the first races after they implemented the new rule where the field is frozen instead of racing back to the line. As I remember specifically from that famous BP quote. Was that if I'm not mistaken, was that Alan Bestwick and... Was that Alan Bestwick, I think, and Benny Parsons? Talk about a hell of a commentating duo. Pantalica and Cryptic Chaos, VGO3, Crazy Man. My thoughts about the Xfinity race. I don't know, I haven't been following the Xfinity series too much. As much as I'm trying to, I've barely been able to keep up with the Cup Series stuff, so... I don't know, I just want to see a good, clean, exciting race. I don't want to see any bad wrecks, obviously. Did you guys see that ARCA finish yesterday? There's a few bad wrecks late, which I didn't like to see, but they finally got a good overtime start, and literally from basically the backstretch to the start-finish line, the number 1 and 2 cars were beating and banging side by side, able to keep it together, and they finished like inches apart. It was one of the closest finishes I've ever seen live. I'm really ashamed I wasn't recording because I was like freaking out during the finish of that race. Keep it going, keep it going. Oh. That was almost the world's greatest save. Almost. Until Terry Labonte came along. It seems like no matter what, when Kurt Busch comes back up the track, he's always gonna be crashing into the pack. Jeez. Rusty Wallace flipping at Talladega again. Kurt Busch flipping at Talladega again. Elliott Sadler flipping at Talladega again. Alright. That one obviously was not what we needed, so next. Scaling Mass, 27 Gaming. Who else hasn't gotten a shout out yet? Shrimp Nuggets Jr. I already gave you a shout out. No begging for more when you've already gotten one. There are starving kids that haven't gotten any shout outs yet. Think of those before you ask for seconds. There we go. Just force my way in front of Kurt Busch. So does anyone have any suggestions what I can do with like the wind settings, the track temperature settings, anything, to where when I get spun off of Kurt Busch, the moment I get airborne, I stop going towards the outside wall or the inside wall. The air kind of freezes me in place because I keep going towards and hitting that damn inside wall. That's my downfall every time. I'm going to take this turn nice and wide again to let Kurt Busch catch me without needing to get on the brakes. Slow down at all. Alright, come on, Kurt. Holy crap. Jeez. I have no words for that one, even though I'm talking right now. How many cars flipped over in that? I keep hitting the... I almost did the Rusty Wallace thing where I hit the brakes and turned right, and that keeps straightening me out, so I'm not going to do that again. Yeah, I'm hitting the brakes and then I turn to the right, and that's what like straightened out the car. I almost landed on top of Ward Burden, hit the inside wall hard. Jeez. You see the angle that Ward Burden hit this Armco at? Jeez, that's like reminiscent of Elliott Sadler at Pocono. Holy crap, what a crash for Bill Elliott. Bill Elliott flipping at Talladega again. Look at that piggyback ride. An upside down piggyback ride. You don't see that every day. An upside down piggyback ride. And unpause. Alright, let's try that again. Alrighty, how can I stop? Alright, I saw the suggestion and I literally just tried that, but that's not doing me any good. Because I just saw the suggestion to... That's not good. To hold the brake and turn the opposite direction, which is literally what I just did, but that's what keeps straightening me out. Holding the brake and turning the opposite direction gives the kind of flip like, almost like Clint Boyer at Daytona. Who else? Todd Bodine, Talladega 96. The Robert Presley flip. Dale Jr., 98, Daytona. That's what holding the brake and turning the opposite direction does. So I need to figure out a way Maybe just crank the wind and then have the angle, like, be blowing diagonally towards the outside wall down the backstretch, so the wind physically keeps me in place. Perhaps. Darn it. Whoa. That was kind of a cool flip. Not what I needed for the reenactment, but still cool. Oh, my car doesn't work anymore. It's broken. Hold the brake and not turn. I'll try that. Or I'll hold the brake and just let go of the wheel. That's what I'll try when I try the correct flip this time. I let Kurt Busch squeeze down in front of me, and I was trying to... I knew the gap was already gone, but I was still trying to get down there, and that's what turned Mark Martin. Then I was like, screw it, I'll cause a big wreck anyway. That's when I hit Kurt Busch on purpose, and went flying, went directly over the top of Jeff Gordon, almost on top of Warburton. And we flipped twice, and back on the wheels. Next! Downshift. Right when I'm getting spun, hold the brake, downshift, and let go of the wheel. I can try that. Because, yeah, turning the wheel to the right and holding the brake, that doesn't give me the effect that I want. That gives me the Robert Presley flip effect, where it kind of straightens it out right away and has you land back down on your wheels. I think I might just need to turn the air temperature down even more. The Pro Mario guy, Code Luigi. What's up with the Mario names? How's it going, guys? Alrighty. So I'm going to try, right when I'm getting spun by Kerr, I'm going to try downshifting, holding the brake, and then let go of the wheel. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. Alright, get back in the lead, Mark. Or, not Mark, Michael. Mixing up the M names. Come on, Kurt. Why are you slowing down? Oh, darn it. I held the brake too early. Alright, that's what would have happened if Elliott never flipped. If he just actually had the car straightened out when he got sideways, locked up the brakes, and just hit the inside wall instead. Alright, you know what that means. Since we're able to have a still working-ish car with no yellow flag yet, it's time for the first backwards big one of the video. Oops. Alright, what's up, Junior? Boom. I still got both the DEI cars. Michael Waltrip is giving a piggyback ride to someone. He's up on top of Robbie Gordon. We got people cars driving under cars. I'm never not going to use that reference. Holy Jesus. Jesus. Robbie Gordon's got a windshield full of the number 15. That right there is what he was trying to avoid in the Scott Riggs flip when he nearly got tumbled on top of by Scott Riggs. I'm not sure if it was Robbie Gordon or Jeff Burton who was driving at that point. I just know it was the 31 car that almost got landed on top of by Scott Riggs in that famous crash. Alright. So I completely screwed up the actual reenactment attempt last time, so I will try not to do that again. I hit the brakes too early before I was even spun. That was my problem with the last one. I will try not to hit the brakes too early. It's funny, I'm looking at the top 6-7 cars right now, and I don't see one that hasn't been either upside down or airborne at Talladega. Michael Waltrip, 2005 UAW 500, whatever that was, I believe. Dale Jr. Shoot, no, he flipped at Talladega, never mind. Or Daytona, not Talladega. Mark Martin's been airborne. Elliott Sadler obviously has flipped a couple times. Kurt Busch has flipped at Talladega. Ricky Craven. Ward Burton, I believe way back in the day. In the same number 22 cat car. Bobby Labonte has flipped at Talladega. It's like the majority of the people running the top 10 right now have all been upside down at this track. How ironic. What are you doing, Mark? Nice little gentle flip right at the end, just to add the cherry on top. Alright, so I let go of the wheel and hit the brakes that time, but still, the momentum is just carrying me towards that inside wall every time. Need to figure out how to possibly change that. I don't know what to do. Other than next. Peter Henry, thanks for joining. Mark Martin. Pro Mario guy. Oh yeah, that's right, Mark Martin did flip in 2009. I forgot about that. I was thinking of that, I think it was the 1991 Winston 500 big one, where he was kind of floating down the backstretch for a few seconds. I think that was the one of the infamous crashes that Swervin' Irvin caused back before he kind of calmed himself down. I believe that was one of the wrecks that coined the term Swervin' Irvin. Alrighty. 3, 2, 1. Green flag. Doesn't really matter who's up front as long as it's Waltrip or Junior. As long as they're 1-2, I can just switch the paint scheme since they're both Chevys. Jeez. Oh, we got another car upside down. That just pulled a Richard Lasseter. Kurt Busch. He's gonna flip every time. I pulled a Rusty Wallace this time. Jeez. This is like Ricky Craven's crash combined with Richard Lasseter. Once again, another car that could have hit the caution light right there. Alrighty, so that one, I didn't hit the inside wall, but I also didn't flip the right way. Jeez, I absolutely get demolished by Terry Labonte at the end. Little Jamie, baby. How are you feeling after yesterday? Are you okay? Damn it, Kurt Busch, get behind me. Stop trying to get along the outside. There we go. God damn you, Kurt. Why are you not cooperating? I think he's had enough of my shenanigans. Alright, come on, Kurt. Curtis Boucher. It's like be like the French Kurt Busch doppelganger. Save it. Once again, I had it saved until Terry Labonte comes along and just T-bones the hell out of me. Once again, I hit the brakes and let go of the wheel that time. You know what I think? I think I need to turn the temperature down even more. I am one sub away from 27,000 apparently. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. Doodly-doo-doo-doo. Turn the temperature down to 120. Wind speed. I'm gonna turn that down. Maybe that's what's affecting me. Or maybe. Alright, we'll see if that changes anything. Turning the track temperature down even more and changing the wind direction. How is everyone doing? NASCAR Man 1303, Fireball 398, Mitchell Collins, Monster Jam Fan. Thank you very much, guys, for joining in. Oops, why'd I click player info? Why did I click player info? Back to the race. Yes. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Thank you very much. I don't know why I started singing a Christmas Carol. Hey! $27,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, guys. What just happened to the game window? There we go. Alright, so turning the temperature down, it's going to make us go a little faster, but we will also be more prone to getting airborne, and obviously if we're going faster, we'll possibly get a little bit more airborne as well from that. Who else hasn't gotten a shout out yet? The Man Dude 03, hello to you too. Maybe the Jamie Mack. Ooh, maybe that live stream will actually hit 100 live watchers. Hopefully. I know that one's going to be highly anticipated. While I'm watching the race and doing a couple other chores in the meantime, one of the things I gotta do is make the thumbnail for the race stream later tonight. Excuse me. And then I gotta start putting together that car, so I gotta find all the right paint schemes for the Talladega race coming up. I'm past the quarter of the way mark to my ultimate end goal. If I can hit 100,000 subscribers before I die, I'll die a happy man. Once again, that would have been an amazing... I'm just going to get rid of Terry Labonte, I think. I wonder if I can do that. If I get rid of him in the opponent manager, if he'll still pop up even though the... Even though qualifying results with him are already saved. Please don't. God damn it! The game just crashed. Which means we're gonna have to redo all the shit we just did before. Maybe not. Maybe not. Awesome. Okay, never mind. Maybe we'll keep Terry, but we'll add his stats so he doesn't keep lagging behind so much. We'll boost his ratings. Because I think... Yeah, that might be causing the game to crash. Oops. Taking him out and then having him still in the race. That's probably why. All these are defaults and then no one else is, probably. So let's do some random ratings for him. Just so he's not lagging behind so much. Alright, hopefully he shouldn't be lagging behind so much and hit us every time now. Alright, please don't crash this time. Please don't crash. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Chat froze too. Okay. That's right. Clicked back on that. Oops. Not happy hour. Race. There we go. Mike Head. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but hello to you, CCCP. Fantastic Cat. Thank you one and all for joining. Whoops. We're going to try that again. We are going to try that again. Oh. Oh. Just about halfway done with this one, as we will end this one shortly before the Xfinity race starts. Come on, Elliott. Luckily, I've been having the AI cooperate for the most part in this one. I'm so glad I discovered that save game editor. I'm so glad I discovered that save game editor and how to use that. That'll so come in handy for future reenactments. So come in handy for future reenactments. Well, now. Ken Schrader, another guy that's flipped to Talladega. Jeez. Mike Wallace, another guy that's flipped to Talladega. Tony Stewart, another guy that's flipped to Talladega. Has Terry Labonte ever flipped to Talladega? I stuck the landing, but then that ending ruined it. Oops, I didn't mean to hit return to pit. Stupid ear. Have you tried downshifting yet? Just try. I have to redo all this stupid stuff. Oops. There we go. Oh. Once again, I don't know why I'm tired. Been awake for a few hours. I got plenty of sleep. I think just because I'm sitting still. Even though I'm doing something fun, I'm just sitting still. In the same spot. I think that's what's making me yawn. Yeah, hopefully we can get up to 100 live watchers at least for the Jamie Mack Can I Recreate flip later today. For all you watching, I will be doing that in about 4 hours. Unless the Xfinity race is still going on, in which case I'll do it the next half hour after the Xfinity race is done. Oops. So I was switch to a different method of shifting, so I can try downshifting this time when I get spun. Whoa, that was close. Alright, so I'll try downshifting to reverse. Right here. Holy crap. Jesus monkeys. Holy crap. Now that was a crash of biblical proportions. Jeez. Gotta see another replay of that. I think if I could have gone the other way, that might have been decent. I think downshifting, that's probably sadly, that's probably one of the closest ones I've gotten. Just in terms of how long I stayed in the air. I still ended up going the wrong direction towards the inside wall, but I was in the air for for a while right there. Jeez. That's probably the... Aside from the ones where I've come up and gotten T-boned by the field, coming back up the track, that's probably the most severe wreck that I've had so far this video. Alright, let's try this again. And again and again and again until we get it perfect. The peanut M&M's face on the bottom left of Elliott's car, I think probably describes perfectly the face, or displays perfectly the face that Elliott had right when the car took off. Elliott probably had the same face as that peanut M&M right when the car started to lift off. Come on, Curtis Boucher. Alright, I tried downshifting into reverse that time before I got spun. I'm gonna try downshifting into first this time right before I get spun. Oh my goodness. The blowover part was actually almost spot on. Except there's a few other cars involved. Alright, I think I need to do that just a hair earlier. Downshift into reverse, do not hit the brake, and just take my hands off the wheel. That is what I did that time. Damn, the blowover was damn near perfect. I just didn't get the tumbles once I came up on the banking, and obviously these cars involved afterwards ruined it too. Alright, so I think that's the key to the blowovers in this one. I need to... Alright, I did try, like, right at the start of here. Like, at this pavement to make contact, the chicane. I did that just a second, maybe too late. Because, yeah, Elliott lands on, like, that road right there, I believe, or this one. But the blowover was damn near good. I even kind of twisted back around right there. Alright. And if I do it a little bit earlier into the turn, hopefully Kurt Busch will have a little bit more track to merge back on and make the turn properly without taking anyone else out, as opposed to doing it right before the turn, having him be down in the grass and then coming up the track. You know what I mean? Alright, so... Darn it. Alright, we're gonna do that again. So I think that is the key to the proper blowovers. Downshift into first right when I'm getting spun, and then just take my hands off the wheel and the brake. Because that's what I did that time. And the blowover itself was damn near perfect. I just did it maybe a hair too late. Just a second or two too late. So if Kurt can merge back on, because I know he's going to be going down the track because of me getting spun by him, or me spinning off in front of him, I should say. But if he can merge back on the track, and if I can get the tumbles with that same kind of blowover, I need to be hopefully facing the outside of the track. If I get an absolute perfect attempt, but the only difference is I'm not facing the right way when I'm doing the tumbles, I might just discredit that one flaw. But yeah, otherwise I'm going for hopefully landing and tumbling facing the outside wall. Alright, so downshift into first. And then take my hands off both the wheel and the brake when I'm getting spun. try that again, except I'll do that a little sooner this time. Holy crap. That was more gentle looking than it looked. Or that was more gentle of a wreck than it looked. I hit that fence, but then I immediately just kind of slid down on that grass and just slid to a stop slowly. Never mind, that was actually a pretty hard hit into both that fence and the wall. Jeez. He almost played like a disappearing act. Look at that. Elliott just saw the... What the heck? Hold on. Am I in the Twilight Zone? Where did this MIP come from? This version of Talladega I'm using is the one that comes with the game, I believe. It's the default Talladega that comes with the game. Yet, there's a Kyle Busch number 18 M&M's banner on one of the MIP. What the hell? Seriously, are we in the Twilight Zone? Yeah, I was gonna say Ellie just wanted to go buy the M&M's banner. But yeah, what the heck? That's like a good 7 or 8 years before that ever happened. Yeah, unless like this is some weird updated version of the track. Yeah, seriously. I mean, there's 24, there's Jeff Gordon banners. That obviously makes sense, but... Someone else go into the original Talladega track and see if the same RV is here with that Kyle Busch thing. That is weird. I mean, it's supposed to be a 2003 version of the track. Yet there's a Kyle Busch number 18 M&M's banner right there. Maybe at the new shared folder. Yeah, I do have that, so yeah, that's probably it. Different shared folder. Yep. That's the mystery solved. I don't quite know what that means or what it does, but yes, I know I do have the updated shared folder. Time-traveling Kyle Busch fans. Alright, so that time I think I hit the inside wall just because I kind of turned a little too hard down to the left, trying to purposefully spin. This time I just barely need to drift down into Kurt Busch right when I'm starting to get spun. Shift into first. Let go of the wheel and the brakes. Hopefully I get a good blowover. Alright. Gonna go for another 45, 50 minutes or so. Until shortly before the Xfinity race starts. Watch the Xfinity race. Get ready for the streams later today, and then after the Xfinity race is when I will be attempting to recreate Jamie Mack's flip from yesterday. So, for anyone wanting for me to recreate the Jamie Mack's flip from yesterday, is coming later today. Poor Elliott. Man, those M&Ms just got crushed. It's just chocolate powder at this point now. the fence and then just hits that barrier head on. But hey, look at that. Kurt Busch actually didn't crash the entire field this time. One of the few times where I'm actually not, or there's not a huge wreck not involving me. Jeez. Possibly 3 streams if I can fit in the race later tonight. Yeah, that Chase Purdy crash in the ARCA race yesterday, that was scary. I did not like seeing that. Especially when he was starting to climb out of his car and it just looked like he just slumped over and went limp almost. That was freaky. Yeah, glad to hear he's alright. He just got turned head on. Does anyone remember that Regan Smith crash from like 2012, 2013 at Talladega where he got hooked and went into the wall head on in one of the turns at Talladega from the very bottom of the track? That one was scary. That's probably one of the harder hits I've ever seen, and that one's not really talked about too much. Just how far he was going from the bottom of the track to the outside wall, the angle he hit it at, the speed he hit it at, and just the way he came, just like a complete stop when he hit it. Kind of reminded me of that. What are you doing, Curtis? Darn it. Alright, we're going. Uh-oh. Ryan Newman's upside down. God knows he's going to start whining about physics. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for safety, but Ryan Newman complaining every single time a car gets upside down gets a little annoying after a while. I mean, what do you want them to do? Do you want, like, restrictor plates so big that the cars... Oops. That the cars are going 110 tops at Talladega and Daytona? And even then, even if a car went upside down from either a weight shift or a wheel climb or they climbed the wall or something, he'd still then complain. Jet Meme Sam, Dreamscape Guardians, Mike Carpenter. How's it going, guys? Yeah, that almost turned into Newman's 2009 flip for him. He went sliding up the turn 3 wall towards the turn 3 towards the outside wall upside down. Yeah, like I get Ryan Newman to his upsetness of cars getting airborne. The only other alternative is NASCAR going 140 miles an hour or 130 tops at every track. Oh. Jeez. Holy crap. Hey, at least I did some barrel rolls. Sadly, that was probably one of the closer attempts I've gotten, but obviously that wasn't good enough to edit. So I get hit by all those cars, go up into the catch fence. And blammo. Next! Sorry. I know that was right into the microphone. I am really glad Jamie did not land upside down yesterday. Kind of was on his side for a second, kind of Joey Logano at Dover, but then he went back on his wheels. Get back on those wheels. The blowover wasn't terrible for that last one either. I'm gonna try reverse this time. Reverse, turn, and then immediately after I'm spun, just let go of the wheel and the brakes. Why's my stomach twitching? Alrighty. Just a matter of time before I get lucky and get a close one. The yellow M&M. That's exactly what Elliott's face was when he went upside down. Come on, Curdy. Curdy. Alright, I'll stop talking. Oh, darn it. Darn it. That was no good. Alright, well, no yellow flag. And my car is still fine, so I think it's backwards big one time. Backwards big one about every 40 minutes. We did one about 40 minutes in, and then an hour 20 in. And we can do one at the 2-hour mark. What's up, Junebug? Boom. Someone's flipping. I think that was Biffle. And jeez. And there goes his front of his car. Is that Kenny Wallace? No way Kenny Wallace made it through all that. Holy crap. I believe he went completely underneath Junior. He did. Watch this. Right here. How's that for a view? And he makes it through all this as well. That's one way to go from like 20th to 6th. Alright. Darn it. That last airborne wreck was cool, since I landed back on my wheels and saved it and all, but it's not a good reenactment. Excuse me. Alright, so streaming till the Xfinity race. Watching the Xfinity race, getting some chores done, needing lunch, getting ready for the streams later, and then after the Xfinity race, gonna be doing Jamie Mac's flip from yesterday, the Can I Recreate. One of the first flips if not the first flip I'm trying to recreate using the new mod by Splash and Go. The Ken Schrader crash in 95, yeah, that reminded me a little bit of that too. Jamie Mac's crash yesterday was kind of like Ken Schrader's 95 flip mixed with Matt Kenseth's 2016 flip. Yes, I know, I'm just making unnecessary comparisons, but that's what everyone does whenever someone goes over. Who did that look like? Whose flip did that look like? Darn it. Once again, the flip wasn't terrible. Kurt Busch was actually able to get back on the track without causing a wreck, but I didn't get back onto the track in time, and darn it. What am I doing wrong? Ravens are on the pole. We got people watching the draft right now. When is the Packers' next pick? I know they got 2 cornerbacks and a linebacker. J.R., however his name is pronounced, Alexander. Josh Jackson, 2 cornerbacks, and then Packers, for the first time in probably ever, actually traded up in the 3rd round and got a linebacker. Looks like they're trying to use as a pass rushing guy, which is exactly what I wanted. Beef up the secondary and the pass rush. Maybe add a offensive lineman or 2 and a wide receiver or 2. Other than that, the team is complete. Just beef up the defense. No more giving up 50 points a game. I think the Packers are one of like 1 or 2 playoff or teams in history to score 45 points in a playoff game and still lose. Just goes to show how bad their defense is at times in clutch moments. That 2009 wild card game, Packers versus Cardinals, where it's 51-45 the final score. The infamous Rodgers face mask that didn't get called on the final play, where he got strip sacked and they scooped and scored for a touchdown, but he was dragged down by his face mask and it wasn't called. How is my car still drivable after that? So I suppose I landed on my wheels. My car is still kind of fine after that. The engine's a little damaged, but it's still drivable, obviously. Like a par 4 when Tiger's at the tee. It's drivable. Any golf fans, anyone? Whoa. Ward Burton, myself, and Robbie Gordon. Looks like they got a few of the biggest rides in that one. Junebug got sent over too. Why was I thinking Junior's flipped at Talladega? He's flipped twice at Daytona, and he otherwise has dominated at Talladega. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. I never even went back to a replay of me sticking the landing on that one on the last flip. Emerald Gamer, Rehan 8, Julian Hubbard. How are you guys doing today? There we go. I'm going to try downshifting back into first. I've been trying reverse this time, but still it was first that got me the best attempts that one time. Trying to think of what I'm going to have for lunch after this video's over. Maybe a PB&J, who knows? I'm never too old for a PB&J. Mitchell Collins, I gave you a shout out before. Like I said, no asking for seconds when there's starving kids out there that haven't gotten a single shout out yet. Nope. Cool blowover, but not a good reenactment. Dominic Walker, Regan. Who else? Also Michael 33. I don't know if I got you yet or not. Bowman Fan 88. I know I didn't get you yet. Matthew Thomas. I am doing Jamie's flip later today. Itchy nose. And that one looked really deliberate on my part. I suppose I should. I'm gonna try turning on the qualifying. What channel is it on? What channel is the qualifying on? Do you guys know? Or whatever you guys are watching. Is it on Fox? Checking that right now. Oh, it is. Here we go. Oh, I'm just kind of gonna cuddle my cat for the next half an hour instead. Says Chase Elliott isn't first. Ugh. There we go. Alright. Got a damn tiny t-shirt on right now. I'm doing laundry right now, so all my regular shirts are dirty. My normal fitting ones. I put Cat back. I felt bad. I woke him up just to pick him up and hold him for 2 seconds and dumped him back down. Come on, Elliott. We got Chase Elliott on the pole. Now we need Elliott Sadler to flip to the North Pole. All right, that was a really bad joke. Shirtless stream, yeah, no thanks. Pretty sure you guys would not want to see that. Nor do I want to do it. Alright, come on. Aw, just a tiny little hit into the wall. Otherwise, that would have been a decent save. That was almost like a... It's kind of like Jimmy Spencer's airborne crash. Or Ricky Stenhouse. Both at Talladega. Next! Ooh, is that Brad Keselowski? What is that paint scheme? I don't know what it is, but I like it. I see black and red and I like. I'm a simple man. I see black and red, I like the paint scheme. Let me see something. I just wanted to make sure we were back on the chat, which we are. Alrighty. Alrighty. Up to 27,000 subs. That is awesome. Thank you so much for the support from each and every one of you. Gonna do another 20-25 minutes worth of recreation attempts. Then get going right around 1 shortly before the Xfinity race starts. Hopefully there's no frickin' wrecks and qualifying right now where they have to do some repairs or cleanup before the Xfinity race can start. I'm really surprised. They must have been able to fix the catch fence pretty quickly yesterday, because when Jamie went into the catch fence, I think there's a wreck behind me. Yep. There's a wreck in the back of the field. Watch me get a perfect attempt now when the field is all weird and split up right now. The pack is all spread out. Watch me get the perfect attempt here. Nope. I just became one with the fence. Jeez. Cheese and crackers. The King of NASCAR 1424. Yep, go check out my channel. You will see I have the stream scheduled for later today. The Jamie Mack flip. Man, I just perfectly cleared the wall and then just neatly stuck right into the catch fence. There wasn't even that huge of an impact. It's kind of a soft impact into the fence, and just slowly came to a stop. That was actually a somewhat minor-ish looking catch fence crash. Darn it, I didn't even see the replay of what happened on the start. Yeah, between Jamie Mack's flip happening and the ARCA race starting, it was like maybe 4 hours or so. And they got that fence all repaired in that time, so I don't think it did too much damage. I think it looked worse than it was in terms of the damage to the catch fence. Looked like he took a good chunk out, but I think the car just barely brushed some sheet metal and just ripped some bodywork off. I think it did more damage to the car than it did to the catch fence. Where do you live, Regan, if it's 2:37? Because unless you're in, like, Newfoundland or Greenland or somewhere really way east. I thought the time zone 2 hours ahead from now would be in like, the Atlantic Ocean. Because the time zone 1 hour ahead of me is obviously the Eastern time zone. Oops, I didn't mean to do that to Mark. I just ruined that attempt. If he's in the lead instead of Waltrip. Yeah, the East Coast, it would be 1:38 right now. Or 1:38. So where do you live if it's 2 right now? You in the Atlantic right now? Are you somewhere in Canada? Once again, I landed on my wheels, so my car is still drivable after that. Holy crap. Take the chicane. Oh, the caution is out. Michael Waltrip just got Dilloned. Just got Austin Dilloned. Yeah, I guess I did call a caution. I didn't even notice at first. Bam! There goes Junebug. Look at that nose stand by Craven. How many times has Waltrip been upside down in his career? I think it's been more than 3 or 4. Who else hasn't gotten a shout out yet? Wilbur, Hammy Fluter, however your name's pronounced. Thanks for joining. Brian France, get out of here. No one likes you, Brian France. Oops. For those of you wondering if there's anyone new joining in right now, yes, I am going to try to do the Jamie Mack flip. It's going to be in a few hours after the Xfinity race is done. Timmy Logo, I beat you to your comment. Aaron Wolf, thanks for joining in. Just go check out my page, hit that set the reminder button. So that way when I go live, you'll get plenty of notifications. You should not miss it. If you go onto my page, if I ever have any specific reenactments or live stream scheduled that you particularly want to see, make sure you hit that set reminder button. I believe then you get bonus notifications for when I go live. Just an FYI. Look how low those cars are to the ground. It's ridiculous. What is Ward Burton doing? I don't know what you're doing, but I'm pretending you're Kurt Busch. Nope. Kind of pulled a Rusty Wallace that time. Once again. The way I went like that, and then the back end tips down, and then goes sideways, and then it digs in. That's what's known as the Rusty Wallop. Wallop? What a wallop. The Rusty Wallace-esque flip. Whoa! Amarola just spun. They were just showing Amarola, and I just looked up, and he's spinning. What the heck just happened to him? I don't see too much damage. Someone says he's got a tire going out, so yeah, did he just lose a tire and spun? I don't see too much damage. Was he able to keep it off the wall? Let me see a replay. Oh, you gotta love the Ryan Newman account. What's up, Ryan Newman? Husky Tech. What is up? Typical. How are you guys doing? Alright, rear. Same thing that happened to McMurray, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like it went down. Then McMurray went sideways and then got hit by Newman. That's what sent him flying. What is going on? Did he hit something? I don't see much damage. Yeah, he's able to keep it off the wall. Maybe a little minor sheet metal damage to the splitter and whatnot from that banking from the transition, or that transition from the banking, excuse me. Aside from that, it didn't look like he hit anything. Alright, come on, Kurt. Kurt Busch. Oh, come on. Jeez. Some of these are ridiculously spectacular, like this one. Watch this flip. Look at this. I keep going too far to the inside wall. Jeez. Just turned into mayhem once I got into that grass and dug in and started tumbling. Try the Jamie Mack flip later today, for those of you wondering. Spectacular crash Jamie McMurray had in practice yesterday after blowing a tire and then getting hit by Mr. I Hate Airborne Crashes, Ryan Newman himself. I will say he does have some bad luck, so it's understandable why he gets frustrated, but he seems to not understand physics work. How physics work, unless he just wants NASCAR to never go any faster than 120 or 140. Stupid swimmer's ear still isn't going away. I think it might be something with my eardrum. So I don't know if it's swimmer's ear or earwax, because every time I try flushing my ear now with peroxide, I mean, it's pretty clean coming out. There's not really much wax coming out anymore. So what the heck is going on with my ear? Maybe I need to go to the doctor soon. Jacob Monday, Kyle Busch. What is up, guys? Oops. So yeah, for those of you interested, I won't be streaming during the Xfinity race, but I will be watching most of it, if not all of it, and posting my live thoughts on Twitter while I'm watching the race, so now's as good a time as ever. If you're not following me on Twitter, feel free to go do so. The link to my account is down below in the description. Why are you taking so long to catch me, Kurt Busch? Alright, that one was a bust from the get-go, because Kurt Busch kept checking up way too much for some reason. Curtis Boucher. I don't know why I keep calling him that. Oh, here's the McMurray flip from yesterday. Showing replays of it. You know what's worse than swimmer's ear? What? Airborne cars? Being trapped upside down with a car that could burst into flames any moment with a roll cage crushed down on top of you, making you unable to move. Actually, that sounds really fucking scary. I'd understand why he would be pissed off after that 2009 incident. If you look closely at the 2009 wreck, that last flip he does into the ground actually pushes the roof in a little bit, so he was apparently like he could not move. The roof was pushed down on top of his helmet. So yeah, that sounds scary as hell, not gonna lie. Being upside down is one thing. Being trapped upside down with the roll cage partially crushed down on top of you to the point where you can't move, that's another thing altogether. That last one wouldn't have been that good anyways because the pack was all broken up because I had to slow down for Kurt Busch checking up for some reason. Holy crap. I'm pretty sure I just hit the opening to the Armco. Just head on. That probably will rip the car apart if that was real life. Yeah, watch where I hit. That definitely would have ripped the back end of the car off. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. Bam. Rear chase. Now watch where it comes down, right? Boom. Gets hit by that wall. Elliott Sadler over 1.5 in Osru. Was that Alan Bastwick? I cannot remember if it was or not. I believe so. Alan Bastwick and BP commentating together. I missed that. Go for another 10-15 minutes or so. Holy crap, we've been streaming nearly 2 hours already. I think I'm gonna try downshifting just slightly before I get spun, but time it right to where you can't really tell the difference. Oops. Accidentally shifted to third way too early. Still might be able to salvage this one. As long as Kurt Busch can catch up quickly. There we go. This one should still be fine. Darn it! The one time. Oh, yeah, sure, now I flip over. I see how it is. That'd have been the most incredible save ever until I flip over at the very end. But that's almost kind of what I need right there. I need almost a car to be on the other side of Kurt Busch so he doesn't move down at all. I shifted down into reverse there. I shouldn't have done that. I should have spun naturally. Because I think switching to reverse is kind of what leveled me out, but that could have been decent. This could have been the best save ever until this weight shift right here. The car is still drivable afterwards, but had damage. What do you mean, one of the requesters? Everyone's been a requester of Jamie Maxwell. I can't post a little screenshot for everyone's comment. That would take me more time to do that than the stream would be itself. If that's what you were referring to. I'm not tired. I don't know why I'm yawning. There we go. Just trying to get in front of Kurt Busch this way, but I didn't want to spin myself out. I like, oh, even though I'm doing this, I'm not getting black flag because I'm not technically passing anyone that was in front of me qualifying-wise. Oh. Darn it, this is going to be bad. Say what you want, but that was a pretty realistic looking blowover. Alright, that was my fault from the get-go. I got hooked at Junior. Then I was able to save it right there, but then I got flung into the grass. And I had a choice here, either try to gas it to keep with the pack, or get off the gas, not spin out, and lose my spot in the pack. Went up on top of the hood of the 77. Who was in the 77 at this point? Dave Blaney. Good old Dave Blaney. Don't you mean Ryan Blaney? Next. It was actually a pretty realistic looking flip. Is that true? Is that the first ever time the backstretch catch fence at Talladega was hit? No. He didn't hit it much, but Kenseth barely grazed it. He did graze it ever so slightly. He didn't hit it as much as McMurray did. But a little piece of bodywork, I believe, did just barely graze the catch fence when Kenseth flipped in 2016. I thought Kenseth just barely brushed it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Spectacular, but not good reenactments. Keep hitting that inside wall. And the catch fence. Next! Oops. There we go. Just making sure the chat was unfrozen. Actually, I'm not going to necessarily go quite yet. I might just keep going until it looks like they're going to start the Xfinity race soon. I don't necessarily need to go right this second. I am getting a little hungry, but I can wait. I haven't checked NN Racing, Stunod, and Sim Racing design in a while. I wonder how many of the new, yet to be released, up-to-date schemes have been painted yet. I've been busy helping paint for the 2018 IndyCar mod about to be released, or soon to be released. I was basically looking for more painters. In the meantime, other than that, we're just getting the job done ourselves. It's like me, the creator of the mod, and like a few other people are basically the paint crew. Jeez. How many times have I done that? Just demolish the wall. How much longer is the qualifying going to be? I thought the Xfinity race starts soon. Jeez. That was like a really long nose stand at the end there, but look how long look at how I hit this wall, and then I bounce off right there, and then kick back into that one and go tumbling. Oof, indeed. Next! And you would be hearing drivers start your engines every single time, but I turn the spotter audio off. Hitting that inside wall every single time. At least I'm able to get it to where Bush isn't causing a wreck every single time he comes up back in front of the track now. Right when I say that. Is that Brendan gone in the number 62 trying to get in? Is qualifying almost over? I saw a funny comment after Jamie's wreck yesterday. I forgot who said it, so I'm sorry if I can't quote the original creator of the comment, but the gist of the comment was, so that's why one of Jamie's sponsors is Cessna. Are we starting the race soon? Or are we behind schedule on qualifying? I thought for sure when I Googled it, it said the Xfinity race starts at 1. What are you doing, Kurt Busch? Kurt Busch just ruined this entire attempt. We're not cooperating. Whoa, almost had that same thing happen with Junior. Alright, it's not Kurt Busch, but we got Dale Jarrett, who's a Ford, right next to us. Whoa. actually make it back around another lap. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? And that was a really hard crash for Sadler. What else is new? What else is new? Alright, yeah, this attempt kind of proved if you can't get it good on the first attempt, or on the first lap, not really gonna have a good attempt. If you French fry when you're supposed to pizza, you're gonna have a bad time. Alright, next. Little out of nowhere South Park reference there. You're welcome. What's... I'm Googling NASCAR schedule. Shit, that was tomorrow I was looking at. It starts at 2. That's it. I was looking at the Xfinity race time. Well, I guess I'll go like another half an hour or so. But I might have to push back the Jamie Mack one a half an hour. Because the Xfinity race is starting an hour later than I thought it was. So I'll go for like another 25 minutes or so. I'll try to do like a 2.5 hour stream for this one. And then I will watch the Xfinity race, get the stream ready for later, do the Jamie Mack stream for like an hour and a half, 2 hours hopefully. Depending on how many viewers I have. If I have more viewers than usual, I try to go a little longer. Try to rack in that watch time, and obviously if I'm doing something right, if more people are watching. Dan Darsh. Jeez, those last 2 landings were really hard. That's what she said. What? Darn it. Still keep hitting that inside wall almost every time. Except for the... every now and then when I get lucky, but then usually when I get lucky and I don't hit the inside wall, usually Kurt Busch is taking out the entire field, and I don't crash properly. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get heading out in about 20 minutes because I am starting to get a little bit hungry. Actually, that reminds me. Got a few frozen pizzas last night. I was just going to preheat the oven. The easiest meal ever. Preheat oven, throw the thing in, take it out 15, 20 minutes later, slice it up, eat. It's not delivery, it's Jack's cheap as heck, thin $2 frozen pizza. DiGiorno's good. That's... You gotta get DiGiorno on like date night, like your honeymoon or something. Go to the Bahamas for your honeymoon. Hey honey, what are you having for dinner? Yeah, how about DiGiorno? Ooh, sweet. DiGiorno's crust is amazing. The pizza rises right up. Gets huge in the oven. Tastes delicious. Nice crispy outside to the crust, but soft, chewy inside. The way you want bread to be. Come on. Oh. Well, that's what Sadler's flip would have looked like if he just flipped back down on his wheels after the first blowover and didn't keep tumbling. We got another what if. The pack looks really good there. The order is just about perfect. And alright, so that time I flipped. I turned into him and I downshifted into first. I don't know why I keep straying from that method because that seems to be working out the best. So downshift right as I'm turning into Kurt Busch. Slowly, not too fast. I think I actually do have to do it a little bit quicker. Because I think the slower spin is kind of sending me into the... is what keeps sending me into the outside wall. I think if I'll try a quicker spin this time. Because my back end lifts up, like, sooner, and the air can take the car, maybe that, will stop the momentum carrying the car into the inside wall. Timmy Logo, thanks for the super chat. Dude, Jamie Max McMurray's Talladega flip. I am after the Xfinity race. Oops. That super chat distracted me. Yes, thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Timmy Logo. And yeah, I will say it again, even though I've said it a zillion times so far this stream, because I know there's people filtering in and out. I am doing the Jamie Mac flip after this one and after the Xfinity race. So I know people are filtering in and out, so they might have missed. Some people might have missed when I might have said it. But yes, I am doing the Jamie Mac flip later today. Go check out my channel, hit the set reminder button, then you'll get extra notifications, I believe, when the video starts. I gotta click the chat back on because I just had to send a text. There we go. Alright, so downshift into first while turning. I'm gonna actually turn decently fast this time. And then just let go of the gas and the pedals and the wheel. That method seems to be what's working best so far. Come on, Kurt. Darn it. Jeez. That was a hard landing back onto the track. That part was reminiscent of Sadler's flip, but everything else, that one wasn't too good. That one kind of looked a little bit like Jamie's. If I was Jamie and Kurt Busch was Ryan Newman, just the way I initially flipped over. But alas, no good, so next. Sorry. Alright, in another couple minutes, I'm gonna go throw the pizza in. It's preheating right now, but I'll let it preheat for a couple more minutes and I'll throw the pizza in. So then, by the time I'm done with the live stream, hopefully my pizza will be close to being done. Pizza, pizza. Alright, so I'm going to try not to take Kurt Busch with me that time, but get up to speed, get everyone in position, turn left at a decent rate while downshifting in the first, let go of the wheel and pedals, and cross your fingers. Parlez français? Oui, un petit. Just a little bit. I took like 2 years of French, but I can't remember anything. Took 3 years of Spanish and 2 years of French. I can barely remember any from either. Get up to speed, stay in the lead. Hopefully I will succeed if Mark Martin doesn't get in the way. That version's a little less catchy. Ouchie. The blowovers are getting decent, but still no luck. The pack got kind of separated from the leaders that time because Mark Martin was being a little uncooperative. Jeez. Cheese and crackers. I am excited to try the McMurray flip. I mean, the moment I saw he was okay. It's like, alright. Get to making a thumbnail. Get this one scheduled. It's funny, I have another. It's probably going to have to wait till tomorrow or tomorrow night. But I have yet another surprise video that I am yet to schedule. It'll probably come tomorrow. I think I'm going to post it, the event for once I'm done scheduling the race I do later tonight, most likely, and then the can I recreate the Talladega race while watching it, the highlights. Derude sandstorm. Ah. Alright, after this attempt, I'm going to go throw the pizza in. Pizza, pizza. Alright, come on, Curtis. I don't know why I keep calling Kurt Busch Curtis. Darn it. Blowover wasn't half bad, but I went a little too far to the inside, hit the inside wall, and didn't tumble. Sporty Gamer 8, what's up? Dylan Abril. Who else hasn't gotten a shout out yet? Shout out, shout out, shout out. Alright. Give you guys a good next in here. There you go. I just want to be sitting right here for when the pack comes by. Alright, I'm going to go throw the pizza in. I'll be right back. Oh. Oh, they all missed me? Seriously? They seriously all missed me? Oh, Kenny Wallace got my tire, that's it. Darn it, that was anticlimactic. Ryan Fitzy, is your guess actually that good, or are you just going off my birth date that's on my Twitter? I love that when a car barely clips you and you get almost no damage except for your tire goes down. So yeah, another 10 minutes of attempts or so, and then I am going to get going. Hopefully you guys are happy. I did a 2.5-hour stream right now, and that should just be the beginning of my streaming over the course of the day. But you were 1 year off. I'm 25, going to be 26 in July. And every time I start to think I'm a little too old for this kind of stuff in sim racing, I see people in their 60s and 70s painting cars and doing stuff for NR2003, so it's like, oh, I'll never be too old for this. And there goes the Rusty Wallace again. Aside from landing upside down, that was really close to Rusty Wallace's 92 or 93 flip, whichever year it was. 93. Just the wrong spot of the track. Next. I've always been into this game huge, and I've always been doing, not always, but I've had this YouTube channel for like going on 10 years or so. Been doing YouTube stuff for like on and off for 12. But just stinks. Between me being like 17 and around 23, 24 years of age, I just was focused on school, working, living on my own, my relationships and friendships at the time, and just nothing but that. Just Just pains me thinking back if I would have just discovered this format for my YouTube stuff that I do now. The Canon recreates, the NR2003 stuff, the live streams, all this stuff. Where my channel could be now if I would have actually done all that stuff like 5 years ago. But it's never too late to start. So yeah, for those of you who know, I've had this channel for like about 10 years and posted a few videos, NR2003 and other things on and off for like the last decade, but I've been hardcore trying to create content on this channel for the last 2.5 years. Alright. He's actually kind of gentle, even though it ruined my engine, so I can't even try a backwards big one. Can't even try a backwards big one. Someone apparently was born in 23. So, if I'm taking that person's word for it, we've got a 95-year-old watching this live stream. Something tells me that that's not quite accurate. Alright, it's probably going to be the third to last attempt. As much as it pains me to say it, I do have to get going at some point. I want to eat, get stuff ready for the streams later, get the car set all put together, then have that all ready before the Xfinity race starts. Morgan Shepherd crosses the line in first, being the only one without a DNF. It's like the ending of Talladega Nights, except there's even one less driver. It's not even Jean Girard in that situation, it's just Ricky Bobby. Nope. Jeez. That's probably as hard as you can hit that inside wall at Talladega coming off of turn 2. Gonna beat you guys all to the David Hoots reference before you even have a chance, but I'm trying again because that attempt doesn't count. Jesus, what a crash. It was like Alan Bestwick during that Sebastian Bourdais qualifying crash a few years ago. He yells right when the crash happens. He says, "What a crash." But then he pauses for a second. And I believe he says, "What a terrible crash" right after that because he knew. Like if he just left it at "what a crash," people could be like, "Oh, what were you saying that was what a crash, as in that was a good thing? As in what a spectacular, what an amazing crash?" But no. He was saying what a terrible crash. Do you guys know what I'm talking about, or am I just rambling at this point? Well, that wouldn't be anything new. I should change the name of the NR2003 live streams just to Cody Rambles. With a Z. You gotta love a Saturday when there's nothing to do other than stream, play some NR2003, watch some races, maybe if I have time later tonight, maybe do a little painting. I already finished Elliott, however you pronounce it, depending on where in the world you're from. Castro Neves' car for that he's going to be running part-time in 2018, as well as Gabby Chavez's car. I'm now working on Zach Veach and Danica Patrick. I'm almost done with the Danica double car. You think in Mark Martin's Viagra car, you think the suspension is really stiff? Sorry, that was a terrible joke. I'll be quiet for the rest of the video if that's what you want. Someone tumbling down the backstretch. I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess it's Kurt Busch, because he's been the one flipping almost every single time. And no, it was Rusty Wallace flipping at Talladega again. Next! Darn it. I was trying to get more voice crack into that one. Instead it just sounded like a donkey. Alright. Can you tell the stream's been going on too long and I'm just making random animal noises? Alrighty, 2 more attempts. Then a backwards big one. End the stream. Pizza time. Get ready for the streams later. Work on the car sets. Find all the paint schemes for the Talladega race. Tomorrow, / for the Jamie McMurray Can I Recreate. And then, once the Xfinity race is done, move on to the Jamie Mac stream. You spelled it wrong, Ryan. If you're trying to do woof, the Office reference. I believe it's W-U-F-P-H. I believe there's still an F in there. You just got a woof. As you get like a fax, a call, a text, an email, everything all at once. Darn it. Kurt Busch is slowing way down, so I couldn't do a good attempt that time. But I can do a backwards big one. There you go. Now it's spelled right. And boom goes the dynamite. We've got people cars driving under cars. What happened to Junebug? I think he got the worst of that one. Him and Bobby Labonte. And bam. And the 2 DEI cars go flying to the inside. Was it still DEI in 2003? I can't remember. Alrighty, guys, last attempt. Looks like, unless we get some sort of miracle, this final attempt looks like we're going to have to do a part 4, but that's fine, because I'd rather, with my reenactments, I'd rather have them be really decent than just pump out one every day. Trying to do quality over quantity. That's why I know the reenactments have been a little scarce. The finished, edited reenactments in recent memory have been a little scarce, but it's because I'm trying to make sure they're good versus frequent. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could have taken one of the ones where I flipped in this one, just thrown the ticker on it, throw some CCM, and made it look decent just because of the similar camera angles and the ticker, but I haven't had a good actual crash in this one the whole time. Alright, so one last attempt. Unless we get a perfect attempt here, gonna have to do a part 4, backwards big one, and I'm gonna get going. Going on 2 hours and 45 minutes for this stream, and we're just getting started with the videos today, guys. Just getting started. Alright, come on, Bush. Bush. Oh, come on. Is my car still going to work after that? Nope. I can't even do a backwards big one after that. It landed so hard. Even though I landed on my wheels, it landed so hard on its nose, it still blew the engine. That was exactly like Robert Presley's flip. The way the back end is slammed down like that. That was still basically upside down, like right there, and then boom. Alrighty. Backwards big one, then I gotta get going. Thank you so much for everyone who's still watching at this point. Husky Tech, Awesome Michael 33, Ryan Fitzy, Pantalica, Kyle Dean, Dreamscape, Guardians, Kyle Bush, Rena Nogueria, Diana Goes All Mine fan. Thank you one and all. All in one. What? There, you're going. Alrighty. Get ready for the Xfinity race to start in about 30 minutes or so. It's probably when they're going to do the command. Probably 5 after the hour or so. Thank you so much, everyone who's still watching at this point. Please hit the like button. If you haven't yet already, if you enjoyed this video, if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. And since I obviously do a lot of live streams, I believe, I'm not 100% positive, but from what I've been told, if once you subscribe, that little bell button that pops up afterwards, if you hit that as well, that's how you get a notification specifically for live streaming. So make sure you want to hit that. And thank you again, everyone, for 27,000 subscribers. That is amazing. I can't even believe it. Never in my wildest dreams when I set up this channel 10-ish years ago or so. I was originally Sabbath Bass Dude, and then that account, for some, I forgot why that one got deleted. Then it was Sabbath Bass Dude 14, which is the one I created now. And a couple of years back, I switched my name to Cody H Gaming. Something a little bit more relevant with what I do now. You guys know my name. You guys know I do racing stuff. With the checkered flag, or with the start-finish line and my logo. But I'm not limited to just racing, since my channel is called Cody H Gaming, not Cody H Racing. Alrighty guys, that is it for this video. Let me know your suggestions you want to see me do in the future down in the comments below. Once the video is done processing, I will be doing Jamie Max Can I Recreate later today. Go follow me over on Twitch or Twitter or Facebook if you're interested in following me on social media. Should have said Twitch for streaming, and then Facebook and Twitter for social media. Last but not least, if you want to help support this channel and get some cool rewards in return, please go check out my Patreon page. Thank you so much to Ryan Fitzy, Tommy Joyce, and Jay Barker for your support on there. If you want a guaranteed shout-out every single video, or if you want me to send you a handwritten thank you letter and a Cody H Gaming sticker, got all tons of different rewards on there of different varieties. If you would like to be so kind of support this channel, be sure to go check out that page. I'd really appreciate it, even if you just read my profile. Thank you so much to the other 3 for your support once again. I'm done rambling, guys. Enjoy the Xfinity race. I'll be tweeting my thoughts on Twitter. And I will see you later for the Jamie Max stream. Hope you have a good rest of your day in the meantime. Peace.